Hello everyone, happy new moon in Libra. I hope that everyone enjoyed the new moon. So this reading will be for the new moon and 16 days after that, leading up to the full moon. So I'll read for everyone. From my notes of what I've written down for your astrology reading, and I'll pull one card as well. So I hope you guys enjoy the reading. Here's a chart of all the houses, 1 through 12, and the different words associated with each house. I really like this chart. And then, like, for instance, the 9th house, you'll see higher education, philosophy, publishing, religion, travel, law. And then for a little keyword, it's I explore, right? You think of Sagittarius. Expanded horizon. So you think of Sagittarius, the centaur, half man, half human, 9th house traveling, so it's a very optimistic zodiac sign, and the house is very much optimistic in the sense of philosophy. Okay, so that's one of the ways of remembering that. So let's get on with the reading. So the new moon is 5 degrees 19 minutes and it's at 11:26 Pacific Standard Time. So you would have to see where in your location it is. The new moon in Libra is all about, of course, balance and harmony, right? But when you look more into it, it has to do with, for everyone, not really rushing into your feelings of what you think someone or something is. Just take your time to gather all of the information, and just remember that you don't have all the facts. And even if you do, see things for what it is. Be like team self, be on your team. Don't try to please anyone. If you just keep yourself fair and balanced, you'll be more aware. And it's not about being on the fence. People that will accuse someone that is really looking out for themselves and not really trying to make things more than what it is, you're being smart. No one should force you to feel a certain way. So it's really about not rushing into your feelings. Just really take things for what it is and see it for what it is, not what it says, person or thing. And it's a great time, this new moon, for sharing your ideas and using the arts, any form of the arts, to really add to your message, whatever that is. Okay, so let's start with Libra. So I'm having this up so you can, see it. Hopefully you guys can see it from where you are. If you can't, but I think it's pretty much close enough. I can bring it in. I think it's pretty good. So Libra has Venus and Mercury in the 11th house. Okay, so Venus is actually in the 10th house, and where I am, Mercury's in the 11th house. So it's a mix between that communication with others should be quite well. The 11th house is more of you communicating with your associated groups, your friends, your ideas for yourself, mixed in with you thinking about your career. For some of you, it's really balancing someone you love with your career, trying to making decisions on what it is that you feel that you need to do that is best for you. Okay, so happy birthday to all the Libras out there. This year they're celebrating from September 23rd to October 22nd. So Libras, it's all about, this new moon's about you balancing your friendship and your work goals. Okay, so for the next 16 days leading up to the full moon coming up in October in Aries, it's all about you balancing out your friendships. Okay, so I believe it's on the 13th of October is the full moon. I'm not sure, give or take. So that is what you're working on. So Libra, let's shuffle a card and see what's coming up for you guys. Okay, look at this go. All right, so it's pretty much just set your intention All right. So Libra has the Death card, and the Death card is upside down. So I'm just going to place it right there because that will just work. So you want to, it's feeling, some of you might feel like, things aren't going your way, the way that you would intend it to go, and trying to find your footing, your way towards what it is that you want in life, okay? So just trying to decide where you want to go and what you want to do. And sometimes that will just take you really looking at your life and seeing what decisions you've made before and what decisions led you to where you are right now, and really not, I'm trying not to make the same mistakes again, and really trying to learn the lesson. It's really important, okay? Learning the lesson. Some of you want change in your life, but you're resisting it. Others, the timing isn't right, and you're just trying to make the best decision that you can. And it's really a personal growth and a way of you letting go internally things that you feel that really is not helping you move forward, whether it's in love, any aspect in your life. All right. So let's move on to Virgo. So Virgo has Mars in the 10th house, in the house of your career, your status, how you want people to view you, how you feel that other people view you. Okay, so it's really, Virgos are very extremely talented, extremely giving, but they also worry a lot, and they're very subtle in their wins. So they really they're not bragging. Okay, and even if you have a moon in Virgo, you can feel the same way like a true Virgo, where you want people to know how great you are, and that's perfectly fine. Everyone needs to feel good about themselves, but you're not bragging about it. But you need to put some light on yourself. Taurus does that too. So knowing to put a little light on yourself. Virgos will be helping other people with their career moves and career choices that will also benefit you too, because you're their friend, and even it's benefiting you in some way, Virgo. Okay, and then Virgo, you're also planning for your future. So that's what your energy should be focused on for this 16 days and the new moon. So what the hell? So let me excuse me. Let me fix this deck and start to shuffle. Death card didn't want to move on here. Okay, so let's pull a card for Virgo. So for Virgo, you have the 7 of Swords. Okay, so words is very important for you this new moon, and how you use it, and really cleaning house too. It's a new start. So people around you that you feel you don't need anymore, this is a good time to just get rid of them. It sounds, that's kind of harsh, but find out who is stealing from you, especially if you're in a roommate situation. Maybe you have to get a box and lock certain things up, but like who is stealing from you, and things, maybe being accused of one thing that looks like one thing, but it really isn't. So it's really just finding out who you can trust, and do their words match up at all. Okay. So let's go on. So for Leo, this new moon in Libra, what you want to focus on are 8th house and 9th house issues. So that's a mix between getting money you weren't expecting, or letting go of things that's not working, people, stuff like that. 8th house, 9th house issues, higher education. For some of you, I feel that's the strongest thing. But also just maybe traveling and finding out where your next move will be. And it's a more of a grounding time for you this year to really get grounded and maybe kind of take a step back, you know. So how can you get more attention or feel valued is what a lot of Leos are feeling. But you can use this time to really rest and or, you know, to see what future goals you'll have. So Leos like to have like a lot of attention placed on them, but it's really looking at what's best for you and for everything and everyone that you love and you care about. Okay, so let's pull a card for that. I'm trying to see if I'm like, am I remembering to pull a card? I get so into the astrology reading that it's like, what? Okay, so Leo, let's find a card just for some extra information. Okay, the Sun card. What? I looked at that too, and that one popped out. So the Sun card, something new is coming, and so it's a fresh start. So if you feel like you're lacking in something or not getting the right attention that you need, you know, whether it's love, work, you know, those are the two things. It's either love from family, your partner, or your life purpose. Those are the two main things that people struggle with. So something new is coming on the horizon that will really help out with that, okay? So just use this time to really let go and just relax, you know? All right. So Cancer, you guys have the North Node. Cancer, there's a lot of money coming in for you this new moon in the next 16 days. But it's like the North Node energy of like your life purpose. And the cool thing is that you have 8th house issues going on, which is Scorpio's house. So it's like sharing your resources with others, but you're benefiting from it. And you are letting go of people and friendships that you don't need anymore. Okay, so you're letting go of friendships and people you don't need anymore. And you're making more money, you're getting money coming in. There's a lot of sharing going on. And you're just really reevaluating yourself. And it's for meditation. I was going to leave it for my meditation video. But for meditation wise, it's a lot about using the Jupiter finger, like, you know, mudras. Anything to do with Jupiter and expanding is a great meditation mantra. Mudra, a meditation that, let me say, a mantra that has to do with Jupiter. And then you can also do a mantra with mudra, or just the mantra, whichever one applies to you. Research it, find it, but that will help you in the next 16 days to raise your energy, right? So finding out, you know, knowing your goal or finding out your goal, and just find out what it is that you need. Even if you don't even know what your next goal is, just doing that to boost your energy is really good. Okay, and your connectivity with whatever is best for you. So find out what you need to know for your future, you know. So that's, even if you don't know where you're going, that's what you need to do. But you guys will be getting a lot of money, enough for you is what I'm saying. It's enough for you, like something, even if it's not money, it's like prosperous for you, Cancer. Okay, so it's like really good, and you're feeling like you're in your life purpose. You're feeling everything that needs to go along with your North Node. Okay, because you have the North Node in Cancer. All right, and unexpected money coming in. So maybe play the lotto. It's a good time to look into anything that's to do with money and educate yourself, you know, savings, planning for your future. So this is a great time to get inspired. You might have been feeling this even before the new moon. Okay. All right. So let's find a card. Just an extra message for Cancer. Okay, so we have the Page of Pentacles. So it's all about that new job and new way of making money, selling, anything to do with money and career. So it's really that great spark of idea and learning a new craft or adding to your knowledge of that new craft, but it's going to help you in the physical world and that is going to give the confidence. Anytime that you have security in as far as money, it's just going to make everything else go smoother for you guys. Okay, Gemini. Okay, things behind the scenes. Yes. So it's really about you guys doing the behind the scenes work here. So you have the seventh house issues, and it's about either you're helping someone in their marriage or partnership. There's something that has to do with like some of you might be having an affair, who knows, but others, it will be like finding out details about someone that you already know already, that confirmed it. Either they're cheating or they're just like the way that they are. And you're just realizing, hey, this person is X, Y, and Z, but you're not going to make a big deal about it. You're just going to be like, hey, that's their life, you know? So you're just aware of other people's behavior and the way that they are, and people, and just realizing that people are at the level they are, and there's nothing that you can do about it. It's their choice. You take people in situation for what it is, and you're just growing, and you're just understanding that, you know, it's not what so much someone says on the outside, but it's who they really are. So you're just really getting, you know, filled into that. So Gemini, let's see what card you guys will have here. And it's the Six of Pentacles. So this is giving and taking. So make sure that this new moon is also about that balance of making the deal of business and contracts. So make sure that you're benefiting from what you're doing and not making mistakes that you have before. Okay, very important. There's a reciprocity. So there's a give and take. Don't waste your energy. Your time is valuable. All right, Taurus. Taurus, you guys have Uranus in the fifth house, and the fifth house is all about your own personal creativity. So, but what I feel like, it's like if you're in a relationship, you have to let the person know what you like romantically. So, you know, it's about just communicating so that you feel happy and connected with whatever it is, like romance, love in your life, anything that has to do. It could be a personal relationship, love relationship, but it's also just everything that you want or desire. You just have to communicate that. And it's doing things that it might be difficult because you have that Uranus energy there. So, you know, it's going against what the norm might be, but you're doing it in a digestible way that will be, you know, not over the top, but, you know, you'll go with the flow, but you'll also put a little edge to it. And don't overthink things that people say or whatever is going on. Don't overthink it. So let's see what card is going to pop up that can give some little extra information for Taurus. And we have reversed the Five of Cups. So it's again, it's that energy of competition, right? So we know that the Five of Cups have to do with competition, but, or I'm sorry, it's a Five of Swords. So we know that the Five of Swords have to do with competition, but when it is reversed, it's that nagging feeling of trying to make something right with someone, you know, or getting over any kind of past resentment. And it's just making peace with someone. And this new moon is a great time to start on that peaceful path. Okay. And again, if you're new, whenever I pull a card, it's for that zodiac sign. So it will be for the Taurus sign, Taurus rising, Taurus North Node, and also Taurus moon. So you can relate to some of these, the tarot reading itself, not the astrology part. But, you know, Taurus, you can really benefit from making peace with someone and just shifting that energy so that you find healing as well. Okay, because I believe later on, I think Aries has Chiron. So it's kind of like having that healing, having that healing effect going on. Okay. And it's a funny thing, I didn't even write down Chiron. It was just like healing. And I'm like, oh yeah. So it's all about really making some peace with someone. Okay. definitely making peace. And that's really needed, just to shift the energy in your life, just to make things better for you. Okay, and the other person as well. Making amends, any kind of past arguments or resentments or just hurt, just healing that. All right, so let's move on to Aries. So I was just talking about Aries. So Aries, it's all about healing yourself or healing someone else. So someone might need your attention right now, healing, and it's mainly for you, that healing too. And it's the body, and it's also the healing of the feelings or the body and the decisions that you've made or the person has made. So if it's someone close to you, it's decisions that you've made as well, that we're not an island, so the things that we do affect the other person. So it's really seeing, is what good for me, good for the other person, vice versa. And it also signifies trouble in love for Aries. So it's been leading up to this new moon, so hopefully things will get better. And if it can get better by the relationship being together or not. So let's pull a card for Aries. Because Aries is pretty much like fourth, is it like fourth house? Yeah, fourth house of the home and family. So it's like fourth house issues. Okay, I memorized it. I didn't even put it down, fourth house in the house. But it's fourth house issues of family. Family, parents, anyone that's close to you, your inner world, and nurturing that. It says I nurture, but it's like nurturing that that family, that loved one, okay? Whether it's romantic or family. Okay, Pisces. Pisces, you have Lilith, you have Neptune, so it's all of this psychic energy for you, Pisces, but it's also fighting back. This new moon is bringing a fighting back energy for Pisces, okay? So it's like calling on that strong feminine energy to, doing it in a feminine way. It will make a better point, a more healing way of fighting back, but it's still fierce because it's going to make people wake up to how they use words. And it's dealing with the third house. So it's Gemini's house of communication. Geminis are all about communication and Mercury, right? But if a Gemini makes a mistake, it's about learning, right? And it's the mind of how people perceive things and how they communicate things. Okay. And it has a lot to do with family and siblings, and a family connection could be family or it could be a business family connection. So somewhere, whatever your problem is or your issue is, or that fight that you have, because you have Lilith there, where it's kind of like, this person is strong and successful. You never know what angle someone's coming at you from, but that Lilith energy is going to be like, okay, consider my side, and it's like whatever you're going through, there's a sibling connection, whether it's a sister company or it's a sibling somehow, step one or a blood one, fully blood or half, or there's something going on there. Okay. And it's Pisces is in the IC. Okay. So it's actually, so it has to do with actions that you're not aware of in yourself too. So looking within, okay? So it's not the way that you're going to handle it. You got to look at it from past experiences that you've had, and then figure out how you're going to react to this person, the actions you're not aware of in yourself. Okay, so really think about it. So see what's going to happen within the next 16 days that develop into this full moon in Aries. And Aries is ruled by Mars, which is a fighting planet too, and it's an empowering planet. So I never, don't look at it, Mars as completely bad, but it has a 99.9 percentage of really being that defender, good or bad defender. Okay. So just look to the next 16 days to just chart yourself and your actions and see if they're helping you meet your goal. Okay. And you will change, you will change and you will grow. So this could be an opportunity if you have a battle with someone, or there's a communication misunderstanding or whatever, there's an opportunity to grow from it. And that's going to be a good thing. So it's like, if you're in a fight, do you want to just be in a fight to be in a fight, or do you want it to actually come out to something good? Okay, I'm going to try and get through this. So let's find a card for Gemini. Gemini, you have the Sun. So good news is coming up. So this is an opportunity. Whatever is going on, it's going to lead you back to one. Okay, it's going to lead you back to creating something new. So something positive is going to come out of whatever you're going through, Gemini. Okay, Aquarius, you have second and third house issues. So it's Gemini, communication, more of the mind, communicating with someone that you care about. And it has to also do with personal resources, so money. So make sure that you guys are writing stuff down so that there's no issues. So don't overthink anything that is happening in your life. And it's a good time to save and manage your money better. Okay. And then look at what you're willing to do and not do when you're communicating with yourself or someone else. Okay, so let's pull a card. And, if you guys want your own personal reading, definitely contact me. So look at this, the 7. Okay, so 7 of Swords. So it's either you feeling like you're doing too much, or someone's saying that, you're not doing enough on your part. So really look at things honestly and hear people clearly, so that this situation can be resolved for the best. Okay. Capricorn has South Node in Capricorn. So look at your wills and paperwork that you have to do. Sometimes people don't like to look at wills and stuff like that, but it's really just setting stuff up and having a friend or someone that that will be there for you, getting your stuff organized. You have Saturn also helping you to be more structured and more organized, and Pluto is in also the second house of Taurus. So what's that? Money and things that you value. So really look into, even autumn cleaning. And it's really important for Capricorn to get rid of stuff that they don't need this autumn and get really organized, and especially with paperwork. And it's a time of, maybe it's because it's coming up to Halloween. A lot of Capricorn might be missing loved ones, just remembering people that have passed away that you've missed. And it's a great, with this Pluto of death and rebirth, it's a great time to really look at what, really matters and get healing for any of that loss. Okay. So let's pull a card. And you have the Star reverse. Okay, so we know that the Star is all about our life purpose, and the fact that you have the South Node, the South Node has to do with like past life. Okay, so when you have past life issues, it's looking at you and say, hey, how well do you feel about yourself? You have to really think about that. And when it's reversed, it has to do with a lack of faith or self-trust. Something like that. Okay, so just have faith in yourself and try not to feel disconnected from people. Maybe ask to go out to dinner with someone, and you'll be surprised that they want to go out, with you. Give yourself a lot of friendship opportunities, dinners and stuff like that this autumn and winter. All right, Sagittarius, you have Jupiter in the first house. It's in his home, and it's a great time to start something new for you, Sagittarius. And thinking about your appearance and how you look, and maybe just doing something fun makeup or dressing up, and maybe really enjoying Halloween and Christmas and get really festive. That will lift your spirits up this season. And the important thing is important things that you can do for yourself, and don't overeat. The way that the astrology is right now for you guys in this new moon, don't overeat. Instead, lift up your confidence, and you don't have to spend a lot of money in doing that, but just, lift up your confidence. And it's a great time for you to advance in your career. And there's a lot of opportunities that can open up to you, and don't let it get to your head. Just know that you're in the ascendant part of the charts right now. So you have a lot of attention on you, and And you want to use that first house issue of your self-awareness. Whatever is not a good, personality trait, get rid of it. Really just work on being the better you. And you guys are very good at your philosophy and just, looking your outward look at the world. So use that in the most highest positive way. So let's see what cards I can pull for you guys. This is a long reading, huh? So let me shuffle that again. Okay, so you have Two of Swords. So with Two of Swords, it's about trusting yourself. And it's also about moving into that new moon phase too. Okay, it's really trusting yourself and believing in yourself. And it's not so much of what you see, but what you feel. Like don't get your mind clouded. Like feel, okay, and trust yourself and trust your feelings. Rather, if you're judging someone, trust how you feel and just enjoy that. I really feel that that's the best way. This card can mean a lot of things, but it's really using your feelings to give you your answer, okay? Because the person is blindfolded and it's the words that the person is saying, and really hear it, and feel the words rather than hear them. Okay, that's it. Feel it. All right, so Scorpio, you're dealing with 11th and 12th house issues. So 11th house issues of groups and friends, but also your spiritual life too. So it's a great time for you to look at your goals and see how they will make you feel. More spiritually, more healing. So either you have new groups or the same groups of friends, but it's on a different path now and new energy coming in. And it's a great time for you to collaborate with people. Okay, so let's see what cards we can pull for Scorpio. Scorpio, you have 9 of Wands. So it's really fighting for yourself, Scorpio. This new moon and the 16 days leading up to the full moon in Aries, you really want to fight for yourself. And you might take a lot of hits for your decisions and so on, but everyone has their life path, and this is for you to really fight for yourself and what's going to make you happy. Okay, Scorpio, and just believe in healing yourself and trying to find what works for you. Really important, what works for you, and really stand up for yourself and make sure that the decisions you're making is going to be smart, sensible, practical, because that's going to just ground everything up and be open to possibilities. You don't have to do things rigid or an old way. You can really expand your mind and expand your life. So you don't have to do things a cookie cutter way. Be open to doing things a new way, but it's practical, it's sensible, and it's going to allow you to balance out your spiritual life, your social life, and your aspirations. Okay. All right, so I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope you liked this little setup that I did. I'm gonna get the October readings out. So some of the videos will be up tonight, and some will be up tomorrow. I wanted to do this whole get up thing, but the wig that I ordered for Halloween, like dress up, came out really crappy. So I was like, oh man. So that wasn't cute. So I'm not going to use that one. But yeah, I'll think of something. So anyway, guys, happy new moon, happy end of September, and welcoming October, Halloween. Yay. All right, guys, see you next time.